Why are fish so smart? It's because they're always swimming in schools. What's going on, YouTube? Today we're talking about an elite farming method that I didn't know about until I saw a lot of people posting these million gold plus recipes, and I thought to myself, how are they getting these? So I googled how they were getting them, and boom, they're from foul fishing spots inside of Apocrypha, which is absolutely phenomenal because I like to be able to fish up things that are worth between 500,000 to 2 million gold. Even more if you play on PC. Now, obviously, these potentially will go down in value over time, but when it comes to being able to fish inside a zone, you guys know that there's already an amazing zone inside of Artaeum. You guys can fish some really good stuff in there. You can also fish down inside of Somerset. They also have some really good Palladian motifs that you can get. And now Apocriphary has some really good motifs for you to fish as well. And we're going to be talking about that and more in this video. As a quick reminder, though, to please subscribe. We're on the road to 15,000 subscribers. I love you. Let's jump into it. So, simply, the item we are chasing is this Abyssal Drenched Folio Volume. This is going to have a chance to roll for a bunch of good items, most notably gold praxises, which are going to sell for a pretty penny. Now, what's nice is that Apocrypha has a lot of water, and by just walking the coast, you're able to find a decent chunk of fishing spots pretty easily. Now, there are some consumables that can help with it. We'll talk about that in just 1 second. I have tested to see if you can actually farm in the Necrom zone, and I noticed that I wasn't really getting anything valuable. So instead, I've been fishing around Cyphers and Madden, which has been really helpful to get a bunch of Abyssal Drenched Folios, which will open up in the later half of the video. So, let's talk about how you can boost your odds of getting these bad boys. Numero uno, get yourself Sharp as Night. He is a fishing companion, which if you need to figure out where his starter quest is, it is exactly right here. You walk over to this little area, a little bit to the north, just outside of the actual Outlaws Refuge, towards the town. You can see our cats joined us here. You're going to be able to pick him up, and he is going to give you a pretty nice bonus. Let's talk to him for a second. You can see fish bites at an increased rate and have a higher chance of being a trophy fish. Now, trophy fish is interesting because, as I understand it in the game's code, the actual ability to get these folios are also counted as trophy fish. Anything that is not essentially a fish or a fish bait is a trophy fish. So we are going to want to boost those odds of getting trophy fish. So how do we do that? Number one easiest way is the Artaeum Pickled Fish Bowl and the CP points, which we'll look at here in just one moment. I just want to kind of also touch upon the fact that you can also fish with other players inside of a group. That will boost your odds of getting these trophy fish. So keep that in mind as well. However, I would note too that obviously if you are doing this with friends, you're going to have to find watering holes more often, but you can also divide and conquer. It's totally up to you. And inside the green tree, it's relatively easy. You just want Angler's Instinct. I mean, it just says it right there. It's super easy. All you have to have is 25 champion points able to be put in. It is a little farther away on the actual line here, so you might have to kind of build your way there. If you're a lower champion point player, please don't be discouraged. You do not need this. You have already so many fishing buffs if you already have the companion and you're using pickled fish bowls. You're already going to have a lot of actual ability to get really good, higher quality items that please don't worry about having to have that to do this method. You can be a brand new, low-level character and do this as well. Especially if you have Sharp as Night, especially if you have the pickled fish bowls. You can also consider using the Hismar's Eye, which will also kind of help you highlight, because as you can see, it can be a little hard to spot these, especially when they're at a distance. However, again, if you go into the center of the map and just kind of work your way around those actual ponds, I think you're going to be able to find them relatively easily, especially because they're pretty close to the coast. So let's talk about these Abyssal Drenched Folio volumes. You can see that they range from honing stones to the actual trait materials that you can use to make the newest sets. You get yourself some quartz, get yourself some embroidery, and we got ourselves an Apocryphary Specimen Jar Large Empty, which was retailing for between 300,000 and 700,000 gold. And as a fishing pickup, whew, that is pretty incredible. Compared to the other motifs and the things that you can get for fishing in such as Somerset or such as Artaeum, the ability to fish for something that's worth that much, and mind you too that there are ones that are worth even more than that is honestly incredible. And as we were doing this, the same fishing hole that I got this from has respawned. So as an update, guess what? That fishing hole that popped up while we were opening those other bags gave us another gold motive. So that's another 300,000 to 700,000 gold that we'll be able to easily have made in really just a couple of minutes. Now, granted, that was pretty lucky, but we're still fishing, which means we're rolling for perfect row. So set all of the perfect row aside. I mean, we're still rolling for really good items. So I think, honestly, Necrom is pretty crazy to fish in. But dear friends, what do you think of this brand new gold farming method / farming stuff for yourself? Perfect row is obviously pretty cool to have. And hey, so is some really rare furnishing plans. So what do you guys think? Well, this is something you guys are going to indulge in? Are you a little bit off put by the fact that there really isn't a Necrom fishing map, especially if you're on console where you don't have those little silly add-ons that are like, here's a fishing hole? So it is a little bit more tricky, but it only adds, in my opinion, to the reward of it. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, because we are doing 4 giveaway drawings. We're doing our traditional 3, 1 random subscriber, 1 random comment, and my favorite comment of the month. And we are adding a 4th, a comment that I find helpful / helpful to other players inside of any videos posted. Really, actually, ever. You comment on an old video if you want to, and because I read all your comments, I love you. So leave those comments, leave those subscriptions, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jake Clips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.
I almost feel like I now need to do like a new companion breakdown video, because this guy is goated with the sauce, as the kids say. The other guy is really good too. I'm actually planning to do a video on him because, I mean, just look at all the stuff that he's gotten me. All these resource portfolios. I mean, this is incredible. And there's some really juicy items in there that I feel like need their own dedicated video. I'm going to have to like reconvene on which companions are worth having, because this is pretty crazy. So let me know if you'd be interested in that video, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.